Welcome back, everybody. It's hour 2. Can you believe it? My, oh, my, how time flies. People have been waiting patiently on the phone, so let's get to them right away. Israel from Tennessee. Hey, Israel. Thanks for the call. You are live.
Yes, Miss Dr. Glidden. I heard about Dr. Joe Wallace package. I'm suffering from a bipolar disorder since I was a teenager, and I've been in trouble with the law about 3 times. I would like to know what should I get from Dr. Wallace package?
Okay, it's a great question. Bipolar disorder, right? That's really that's a tough weight to bear. Walking down the road of life. I mean, it really is, because nobody can see bipolar disorder, right? You know, it's going to be different if you were in a full body cast, then you'd get a lot of sympathy from everybody in your life, or if you're in a wheelchair or on crutches. But when you're dealing with bipolar disorder, nobody can see it. Nobody really can understand the amount of stress and strain that illness is perfecting on your body. It's a big bad voodoo daddy. And, of course, conventional medicine has little or nothing for this. Quite frankly, they have nothing for this. So what we recommend people do when they are up against a diagnosis, either presumptive or definitive, of bipolar disorder, is to get on board with a medical nutrition strategy, the intention of which is to support and promote healthy central nervous system function. So how much do you weigh, Israel?
204 pounds, and I'm 5'8".
Okay, 204. So that means you're about, 30 pounds overweight, right?
I'm overweight because of the Zyprexa I'm taking. I'm taking Zyprexa and lithium.
Okay, good. Well, lithium's good. I don't know about Zyprexa so much, but in any event, here's what I would do if I were you at that body weight. I would do this as an experiment for 6 months. You're going to have to do this for 6 months before you judge it up or down. And I would gainsay that you would be able to get some traction with your health within the first 4 weeks. And remember, Israel, what we talk about here are holistic therapeutics, right?
Okay.
Right? Because from our point of view, everything's connected. I mean, everything's connected, man. So when you get on board with a good nutrition program, a good holistic nutrition program, while we're waiting for, in this case, your brain chemistry to straighten out, you should also look to see and be waiting to experience better energy, better mood, better sleep, better appetite, right? Better bowel movements, better everything, because everything's connected here, and this isn't just, a therapy that's trying to upregulate your biochemistry of your brain. That's not what we do. That's what the MDs do. So you need to be mindful of your whole body-mind system here, right? And while you're involved with this therapeutic, look to see across the board what improves. And then once you do get improvement, my energy's better, my sleep's better, my concentration's better, my sex drive's better, whatever it is, that's a herald and a hallmark that we're on the right track, and then we just need to maintain the discipline and give the program enough time to generate results in the area that you're looking to see results generated. So the recommendation would be for you, there's a product called the Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 Liquid. It's a long name. It's a ponderous name. It's called the Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 Liquid. You need 2 of those.
Healthy Body?
Yeah, Start Pack 2.0 Liquid.
2.0 Liquid.
Yeah, you need 2 of those a month. 2 of those a month. And 4 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, S-E-L like Larry, E-N like Nancy, I-U-M. 4 Ultimate Selenium.
2 bottles of selenium?
4.
4?
Yep. 4 selenium and 2 of the Healthy Body Start Packs. And now, that's the first thing. The second thing is there are 10 foods that you need to stop eating. There are 10 foods that you need to stop eating, and you can get that list for free on my website, Dr. Glidden.
Last night.
Yeah, okay, great. So, hunt around on the website for my good food, bad food list. It's free. identify the bad foods and eliminate them from your diet. That's number 2. Number 3, you need to consume foods that are high in cholesterol. That's right.
Okay.
High in cholesterol. So
I already have a high cholesterol as they label me, so
okay, great.
I love eggs.
All right, that's good. As far as we're concerned, that's a good thing. So you need to stop eating margarine. You need to stop eating oils. You need to start eating real butter, full-fat milk, full-fat cheese, full-fat dairy. You know, if you're a dairy eater, you don't need to eat dairy.
I don't eat dairy. I kind of cut it off of it.
Yeah, that's okay. So if your cholesterol is high in your blood, then I'm okay with that. But so then you need to just focus on eliminating the 10 bad foods and taking these nutritional supplements. Now, be warned that when you take a nutritional supplement into your body, it increases the effectiveness of the drug. It increases the effectiveness of the drug. So you want to read up on the side effects of the medications that you're taking, because it is entirely possible that after a couple of weeks of, good, solid nutrition into your body, that the medications you're taking will start working stronger and more efficiently, and you may develop side effects of too much medication.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So you need to understand, what does too much lithium feel like? What does too much Zyprexa feel like? And if you start to feel like that 2, 3, 4 weeks from now, then you need to go back to your psychiatrist and have him reduce the dose.
Okay.
But notwithstanding that, this should produce slow and steady results in your body. And I would be very surprised if you didn't feel anything remarkable within the first 4 weeks. So I'm actually kind of excited for how you're going to feel here, Israel. How'd you hear about us anyway?
I hear about that. I called a friend of mine, Don Elliott, a good friend of mine, gave me the CD of Dr. Wallach, and then he'll keep telling me to call him and be on this program. He's a little bit pushy, and I tried another product from Canada that did not, my body did not process. So I called. He gave me Dr. Wallach's personal representative. Her name is Phyllis Anderson.
Yeah.
And I talked to her, and she told me, she said, call Dr. Glidden because Dr. Wallach is promoting his new book, and he might not be on the radio that often, and you're better off to get in touch with Dr. Glidden. And then I went on the website and watched your 10 best foods and some other ones on the radio.
Oh, yeah, really great.
Watching those.
Good, very good. Well, I appreciate the kind words. So you want to order this stuff from the people that brought you in, the guy that was bugging you, right?
Yes.
Call him up.
He's not out there because he's a customer, but I'm going to order from Phyllis. I got his phone number and everything. So. Okay,
great. Great, Israel. So give that stuff a roll. Give it a try. If you have any trouble with it whatsoever, just call me back and I'll help you along with it.
All right, sounds good, Dr. Glidden. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Israel. You can thank me really after it works. I appreciate the trust. Kansas is up next. Let's go and talk to Sue. Hey, Sue, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hello, Dr. Glidden. I have a question about diatomaceous earth.
Oh, I love diatomaceous earth for bug repellent stuff. Diatomaceous earth, if you sprinkle it around the house or in copious amounts, right? Have you ever looked at diatomaceous earth under a microscope?
Nope.
Was that a yes or a no?
Isn't it ground up? No. Is it ground up fossil shells? Is that what it is?
No. There are these little eeny weeny teeny jelly beany microscopic organisms. And if you look at them under, even a magnifying glass, a microscope is better. Just do a Google search for diatomaceous earth and they'll show you pictures of it. You won't believe it. They're like these little miniature seashell, little tiny organisms, unbelievably complex geometric shapes. But the thing about diatomaceous earth is many of the diatoms, they're called diatoms, have really sharp edges. And now these things are microscopic. They're like tiny, right? But they get really sharp edges, a lot of them. So when you put diatomaceous earth around the perimeter of your house, and, the ant or the aphid or the spider crawls across it, they get cut to pieces and they don't make it to the house and they die. So diatomaceous earth outside the perimeter of the house as an insect repellent is awesome. Inside the human body, not so much.
What does it do inside the human body?
Well, it's like swallowing little teeny-weeny microscopic razors. It's going to cut. It's going to cut you. I mean, it's going to microscopically. It's not a good idea. It's like swallowing little tiny. When we were kids, and there was that myth about the crazy person down the street on Halloween is going to put the razor in the apple. Remember that myth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of like that the diatoms, the ones with the sharp edges, when you swallow, I wouldn't want to swallow that. There's no way I'd swallow that, because as it rolls through the intestinal tract, it's going to slice the crap out of it. And that's just a bad idea.
Well, let me tell you what. Now, does that repair if you stop doing it?
Yes. If you give the gut nutrients enough to do it. Now, some people recommend the diatomaceous earth internally to kill parasites. But that's how it kills the parasites. It slices them to ribbons. But it's a dead shell. There's no intelligence there. It's just this inert substance rolling through the intestinal tract, and don't do it. Don't do it. Stop doing it.
Does it destroy the villi?
Yes, I would theoretically, yeah. It's whatever it comes across, it's going to slice to ribbons. I mean, no kidding. Don't do it. And if you've been doing it, stop doing it, because it's not a good idea.
Okay. Now, what about like washing your face with it or something like that?
Well, that's different. Yeah, ostensibly you could use it as an exfoliant, right, to remove dead skin cells. I'd be real cautious with it, though, and I'd kind of do an experiment with that to see how effective it was. Hey, we're out of time, Sue. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Glidden.
Live stream is cool. drgliddenshow.tv. That's the drgliddenshow.tv. The drgliddenshow.tv. Check out the live stream. There are 72 viewers on YouTube and 69 people watching. Watching and engaging in the chat room, people from all around the world. Jake from Lithuania is here, Jesse from Switzerland, Harvey from Sacramento, Mary from Albany, Oregon, T. Ray is in San Mateo, California, Terry in Alabama, Triplet Mom Christine is here, Josh from San Mateo, VJ is with us, Gary, Teresa and Wes in Iowa, Petra, Kara from Canada, Betsy Burke in San Diego, Darren Moy from Surrey, British Columbia. We're all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. This is a worldwide phenomenon. What are you waiting for? Let's go to Georgia and see what Tammy's up to. Hey, Tammy, thanks for waiting. You are live.
Oh, hi, Dr. Glidden. This is Kim. I had two really, really quick questions, and one was I prepare my eggs over easy in a cast iron pan with lard. Is that also on the bad food list?
No, that's on the awesomely good for you. That's the most awesome food you can eat list. That's awesome. You did that exactly correct.
Awesome. Okay, and the second one is my husband is a renal transplant patient, as I was telling you yesterday, but we were wondering if it was okay for him to be on the Tangy Tangerine. He's on the Osteal, the Glucogel liquid, selenium, and...
Oh, because of the rejection meds?
Yeah. I mean, he was able to he's been taking the longevity products for the last 2 months, and he actually came off of his heart medicine that they put him on. So the only two medicines that he's on right now are the anti-rejection medicine.
Well, again, from the proper perspective, everything makes sense, right? I mean, if you went outside and didn't know anything about gravity and you looked at the sun rise in the east and set in the west, you could logically conclude that the sun is moving around the earth. I mean, look, it's moving. You can see it. You knucklehead, it's moving, right? But it is, in fact, only by lack of perspective that appears to be moving. It's actually the Earth spinning on its axis that makes the sun appear to move. But if you didn't know that, you'd be wrong. Well, the way that the MDs understand this, and then the pharmaceutical industry, I think, is complicit here, but I have no proof of that. when you take any medication in your body, and I don't care what it is, I don't care, any prescription medication works in the human body, not by creating pixie dust and magic, but drugs work in the body by upregulating and messing with the biochemical pathways that are present in your body. Now, what's the biochemistry of your body made from? Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and essential fatty acids, the 90 essential nutrients, right? And proteins and the stuff that the body's made from. So the longer you take a drug, the more deficient you become in nutrients because the drug burns through your nutrients. That's how the drug works. It burns through your nutrients. Now, which is why when people are on medications for long term, like everybody in the world is, after a year or two or even a couple of months, the medication stops working and the pharmacist or the doctor has to increase the dose. Or they add another drug or a third or a fourth drug to augment the action of the drug because it just doesn't work the way that it did when they first gave it. Well, why is that? Well, because the drug has burned through your body's nutrients. Now, in a perfect world, you don't think the pharmaceutical industry knows this? You know how smart these people are that make drugs? Do you have any idea how complicated biochemistry on this level is? I mean, you really have to be a brainiac to figure this stuff out. But they know that the drugs need vitamins to work. And in an ethical world, it would be mandatory for them to put vitamins and minerals in the drugs, but they don't. Because if they did that, they would sell less drugs. You see how that works? So anybody taking any prescription medication, whether they need it or not, they're taking it. That drug is burning through their raw materials. So when, in addition to taking the medication, you add proper medical nutrition into the mix, the medication is going to work more effectively. So it's exactly the opposite of what everybody thinks. The medical nutrition program will make the anti-rejection meds work better. So there's no harm and no foul there. They will work better. So he needs to get on board with this full boat program as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Makes sense. All right, Tammy, you're the greatest. I appreciate your trust. All right, a little bit of perspective makes all the difference in the world, ladies and gentlemen. We're dying because of lack of it. Literally dying. Leading cause of death, MD-directed medical therapeutics. Fire your medical doctor now. Become an insider. Go to my website, become an insider. Gain access to knowledge. Real information about pragmatic steps you can take right now to optimize your body's ability to fix itself. Mario from Virginia is up next. Stick around. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Boilerplate Foundation Medical Nutrition for the Masses. That's what we talk about here. That's what Boilerplate Foundation Medical Nutrition for the Masses. That's what we talk about here every day. This is what we roll out for the unsuspecting public, the needy amongst us. Free information about steps you can take right now to optimize your body's ability to have optimal function, to support and promote its ability to heal itself, right? I mean, you cut your hand, and do you have to tell your immune system to upregulate, T-cell production and increase macrophage response time and lay down fibrinogen? Do you have to do that? You don't even know what that is. All you have to do is keep it clean. It heals itself. You eat a banana. Do you have to tell your stomach how to digest it? Tell your stomach when to pump it into your small intestine and how to do that, and then tell your small intestine how to absorb it. And then once it's absorbed into your blood, do you have to tell all of the trillions of your cells what to do with all of that? And then do you have to tell your large intestine how to get rid of it? No. It happens all by itself, right? All by itself. This is the single biggest thing that we've overlooked. Our bodies have intelligence, period. And it's at the cellular level. Now, I believe that the intelligence that the body has is given to the body by the presence of your spirit, your soul, whatever you want to call it. Whatever it is that brings light to your eyes. Whatever it is that leaves your body at the moment of death. That's running the show, folks. It's running the show. Your body grew itself all by itself from a tiny single-celled organism into you. all by itself. You think if it can do that, it knows how to fix itself? Well, the MDs say no, 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 but every holistic doctor in the world says yes, yes, yes. And, like Dr. Phil says, how are those MD therapeutics working for you? How's that working? You feel better since you've been following the dictates of the MD? Is your mood better, your energy better, your muscles and joints? And how you doing? How you doing? Not too good, are you? And how are your kids? How are your parents? How are your grandparents? Can your grandparents remember your name? Or do they need to be in the old folks' home yet? Because they're going to need to be there. It's only a matter of time. Now, people think that this is just life, but this is not just life. This is life under the advice of your MD. This is mediocre medical treatments administered by your MD. This is what makes people die. This is what makes people suffer. It's mediocre, old-fashioned, outdated, ridiculous, symptom-suppressive medical therapeutics delivered by a for-profit, out-of-control, monopolistic medical agency, the MDs. Your medical doctor does not know what's best for you. They only know what they've been trained in, and what they've been trained in is only one tiny aspect of the greater pie of medical science. Fire your medical doctor if you're suffering with a chronic health condition. Come to us instead. You're going to love how you feel. Let's go to Virginia and talk to Mario. Hey, Mario, did you know that they named a video game after you? Did you know that?
Yeah, I know, Dr. Glidden. How you doing?
I'm great, man. What's going on?
Well, I'm just calling because, two questions. The first one is about congestion.
Yeah.
For the last few years, I've been feeling congested all the time. Like my nasal passages are always blocked. I feel my ears get clogged all the time, and the throat is always dry, and it feels as if there was phlegm in there, but nothing ever comes out. It's just really annoying. I'm congested all the time. My temples, I feel pressure in my temples, and I try a few natural things, but nothing is really working.
Well, it's interesting that, I'm not surprised that nothing is working, because really the problem here is not what's not in your body, like you haven't found the right nutritional supplement yet, but oftentimes the problem with this is what is going into your body. So most of the time, this chronic upper respiratory tract congestive, dry congestion thing with not a whole lot of mucus production is caused by a low-grade intolerance to a food or foods that you're eating, a low-grade intolerance to foods. You don't know what your blood type is off the top of your head, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, so in what part of the world are you from? What's your heritage? Are you Irish? Are you Scottish? Are you Egyptian?
I'm from Colombia, South America.
South America. Okay, so that doesn't help very much. All right, so how much cow's milk or cheese or yogurt do you eat?
No, I don't do dairy at all.
How long have you been dairy free?
I never really did it through my life. I never liked it.
So your whole life you've been staying away from cow's milk. So do you goat's milk or sheep's milk instead?
No, nothing. I just do coconut milk.
Okay. All right, good. Are you on any type of dietary discipline, like you're a vegetarian or a lacto-ovo vegan or anything like that?
I tried that for a while, a few years ago, but it didn't last too long. But no, right now I eat meats and everything, butter, eggs, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just as an aside, one of my favorite restaurant chains is, the Brazilian steakhouses. Man, I love going to those.
Oh,
places.
I love those. Yeah, of course.
I know, right? That stuff is great.
Yeah.
I feel like I've died and gone to heaven. All right. So, how about grains? What grains are you eating, if any?
That's the thing. I don't do that a lot. I've never been a bread guy. I don't like bread. So I'm basically gluten-free, really, because I don't do that stuff either.
Okay, so then there's only two other things that are left here, and that's that there's not enough water in your body, that you're just simply dehydrated, or there are not enough essential fatty acids in the body, EFA. So how much do you weigh?
182. All
right, so here's what I would like you to do. Are you doing any longevity supplements yet?
I just ordered one, and I tried what you call it, the Beyond Tangerine.
What happened? How did you feel when you did that?
Well, it was just this morning, but I feel the same. But
today was your very first dose of Beyond Tangy Tangerine? Wow, that's awesome. All right, great. Okay, so here's, I'm sorry, you said you're how much do you weigh again?
182.
All right, so here's how I would take the Beyond Tangy Tangerine if I were you, okay?
Okay.
Because it's dosed based on your weight. And, depending on who told you about it and how you heard about it and where you got it, they might have told you how to take it or they might not have told you how to take it correctly. But I'm going to tell you how to take it correctly. I'm glad you called.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
All right. In the canister, there's a little scoop, right?
Yep.
You take one level scoop in about 12 ounces of water, 8 to 12 ounces of water.
Yes.
4 times a day.
4 times. Okay.
Yep. And you want to take about a half an hour to drink each dose down. You don't want to just chug it down. You want to sip from it slowly over the course of 30 minutes, more or less, each time.
Okay.
And spread them out, right? So do a glass in the morning, a glass with lunch, a glass in the afternoon, a glass with dinner, whatever. Okay?
All right. Okay.
One level scoop in 8 to 12 ounces of water 4 times a day.
Okay.
Now, you also need to get some essential fatty acids, and I believe that, your upper respiratory tract is just dried out. And if it's not an allergic reaction from food, which it probably isn't because of your health history, then the next biggest thing to consider here, right, where there's smoke, there's fire, is a deficiency in the stuff, the nutrients that the mucous membranes in your upper respiratory tract need in order to stay healthy, and that's essential fatty acids. So because of the chronic nature of this problem, I would do a strong intervention for 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
So here's what I'm going to recommend you do. All right.
Okay.
I want you to take 15 essential fatty acid caps a day. 15. 5 with breakfast, 5 with lunch, and 5 with dinner.
Okay.
For 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
5 with breakfast, 5 with. Don't take that stuff on an empty stomach, or you'll be burping up fish oil all day long, and but your girlfriend will hate you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
But you guys sell that, right?
Yeah, we sell it. And now the best way, really, the most economical way to get everything that your body needs, because our message here is that there are 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs. 90. And the Beyond Tangy Tangerine has about, 80, but it doesn't have all 90 of those. There's 2 other supplements that you need in order to get all 90 essential nutrients and to get the most bang out of this buck that you possibly can. So the most economical way to get all 90 essential nutrients is purchasing a product. It's 3 products that they bundle together. It's called the Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 Liquid. And God only knows why it's such a long name. It's called the Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0
2.0
Liquid. All right?
Sure. Okay.
Now, in a perfect world, because of your body weight, you would need 2 of those a month.
2 a month? Okay.
Yeah. All right? So that's in your next order, that's what I would get. I would get 2 of those a month. And then you can, if you do that, if you decide to do that, you can call me back. I'll tell you how to take it. Or you can just get in touch with the person who introduced you to Longevity, and they can tell you how to take it. Or you can go to my website, become an insider, go to drglidden.com, sign up for my insider subscription, and I've got webinars in there that'll walk you right through how to do it. You can watch those from the comfort of your own home.
Can I ask you something really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. It's about water. I've been drinking distilled water, and I know you don't agree with that.
I don't. You're going to die.
Yeah. My question is, can I just add minerals to that? Let's say I take a gallon of distilled water and I add minerals to it?
Absolutely. Yes, positively you can. Absolutely. And you need to do that because distilled water, right, it doesn't have any pollutants in it. It doesn't have any crap in it. But it doesn't have any of the good stuff in it either. And if you drink just distilled water, it's actually going to create a reverse osmotic gradient in the body, and it's going to suck out of your bones the minerals that you're trying to put back in. So if you're
I've been doing that for like 4 years.
Well, so that's
all I drink, and I can drink like close to 50, 64 ounces a day.
Well, all right. So that's probably why, this other stuff is starting to deteriorate in your body, because every time you drink that stuff, it's pulling nutrients out of the tissue. Yes. So just get the plant-derived minerals as a standalone product. And I would do
how much do you think I should boost that?
I would do 1 quart. I would do 1 quart of the plant-derived minerals to 5 gallons of water.
1 quart to 5 gallons. Okay, perfect.
Okay, let me know how you feel. And you might also want to experiment with just taking the plant-derived minerals as a standalone product for a couple of weeks into your body. At your body weight, I would do 2 ounces a day. Just shoot it down. In addition to the stuff that you're mixing in the water, because if you've been doing distilled water for 5 years, you're minerally deficient, rather than vitamin deficient or anything else, right? So you really need to put back the minerals in your body in excess, and I would lean on that heavily for a couple of weeks.
All right, Dr. Glidden. Thank you very much.
Mario, hey, you're the greatest, man. I appreciate your showing up here. Welcome to Longevity. I'm very excited about what's going to happen to you moving forward. Call us back from time to time with a report. I love it when people do that because, we really are all in this together. And it really is Longevity Nation worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. What are you waiting for? Join the party. Go to drglidden.com and click on the button Join Team Glidden, or call the number that your local radio station delivers at the commercial breaks. Get with the program. Back after these. And I know what you're thinking to yourself, Dr. Glidden, why didn't you become a singer? I know. It's kind of tragic when someone misses their calling in life. Let's go to Massachusetts and talk to Kwabima. Hey, Kwabima, in my old Massachusetts stomping ground. Thanks for the call. You are live.
Thank you, Dr. Glidden. How are you doing?
Great, man. Thanks so much. What's going on?
Great sense of humor, man, with all the knowledge you have.
Well, I got to have a sense of humor. I'd just walk into the ocean one night and just keep going because, it's so crazy, right? It's such a crazy world that we live in, man.
Yeah, my sister actually weighs 140, and she's in Ghana now. And ironically, the time last week when Robin Williams was being pronounced dead, I was looking for people to check her back in to psychiatric hospital in Ghana from depression. And she's been struggling for the last 10 years, in and out, taking all these psychotics. Now she gets mad, she doesn't want to take them, and then it comes back again, lapses for 3-4 months. But I've been showing her these videos that we have, and she's interested in trying them. I bought the pack for her, but I want you to write it down for me, how she should take her dosage, and then what the withdrawal symptoms actually too.
Okay, all right, so she needs to consult with a psychiatrist about the medication that she's on as far as a reduction schedule, because there are some meds that you can stop cold turkey, and there are some meds that you have to wean off of slowly. The problem here with antidepressants is, they don't work, number one, and because of what they do to your brain chemistry, when the dose is upped or reduced for whatever reason, that's when the side effects really roll into town.
Right.
So when we're pulling people off of antidepressants appropriately, that's kind of when they're in the danger zone, because that's when the brain chemistry is starting really to go crazy, because, the drugs are doing crazy things to the brain, and then when you withdraw them, all kinds of funny things happen. So it's very important that she understands that she can't do this by herself, that she has to do it with professional supervision, and the pharmacist will know what type of reduction schedule to give her based on her age and her body weight and the dose that she's on right now. Okay, so she needs to dial that in with a medical professional in Ghana, number one. Number two, I wouldn't even consider starting a reduction schedule for antidepressants until I'd been on Longevity for 2 months, 8 weeks. So she eliminates the 10 bad foods, she takes Longevity for 2 months, and then she starts to withdraw from the meds. That's how I would do it, right?
So take it alongside what she's doing.
Yeah, alongside what she's doing. So I would just have her maintain the dose right now, take Youngevity, and then 2 months from now, start to come off of the meds because her body's going to be nutrified better in 2 months, and her system's going to be much more able to handle that, right? Makes sense. Now, let's not overlook the obvious, okay? It would be prudent for her to consume a diet that's high in cholesterol and low in sugar. And you should be giving her the sweeties in addition to extra essential fatty acids, right?
We got that one, yeah.
All right, great. So that's good. The diet's a pretty big deal, and a recommendation here would be cut way back on sugar, even natural sugar, fruit juice, dried fruit, honey, maple syrup, agave. Just cut way back on that stuff and eat a diet that's high in protein, that's high in fat, a diet that's high in protein and it's high in fat as she's taking the nutritional supplements. Kwabima, man, you're going to do a lot. You're going to do a lot of good stuff for this person. You're going to do a lot of good stuff for a lot of people in the world. I want you to understand this. I want you to rise to the challenge, and I want you to become an engine for social change here. And how do we do this? Just by telling the truth and pointing. I know a doctor that says you don't have to suffer with that. Here, check this webinar out. Here, check this DVD out. Here, check this radio show out. And this is how we're going to change the world, man. Locked together. One team, one dream moving forward. I appreciate you very much. We're out of time, regretfully. Ladies and gentlemen, next live broadcast, God willing, and the creek don't rise, tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock Central Time. Until then, live long and prosper. Dr. Glidden, over and out.